this is one of the biggest problems we have, though, is you have the establishment rhinos that have the money, and then you have the grassroots that have the energy, but they don't have the money.
Yes.
How do we merge? How do we get conservatives? How do we get the fighters and the grassroots connected with funders that don't support rhinos, not the Koch brothers, but ones that actually support MAGA conservative candidates?
Yeah. Well, I think it's a lot of like what you're doing right now, like having me on here and doing this live, name recognition, grassroots efforts, faith-based. Like I'm like the faith-based candidate in my race through the churches, through the communities. Because you're right, we have to wed the passion and the awareness with the funding to actually put candidates like myself in those seats. So
you brought up the church. This is, to me, everything stems from the death in many ways of the church in America.
Yeah.
Comfortable churches that have just allowed, because of their 501c3 or afraid of losing the tax exemption or whatever it is, they've just stopped preaching the Word of God. To allow that, it's a cliche term, but it's when evil prevails because good men do nothing.
That's right.
And really, evil really prevails when churches do nothing.
Yes.
Are you seeing that shift? And we've seen that with a lot of the reawaken and some of the things that are going on across the country, where pastors are standing up. Greg Locke and some of these guys across America are just standing up and saying, enough.
Yes, I am seeing that in my church, for instance. I'm in a church, Restoration Church in Roswell, Georgia. Chuck Ramsey's the pastor, and he's fearless. Like I tell people all the time, I'm allergic to fear. Because everybody's like, why would you do this? They're going to come after you. I'm like, I don't do fear. I just don't do fear. And when we see pastors like Locke and Ramsey stepping out, it empowers the rest. It empowers the sheep when the shepherd says, not on my watch.
Not the woke sheep.
Not the woke sheep,
but the biblical sheep.
The
body of Christ.
Pastors are called to speak truth. And literally, when you look at our Judeo-Christian history, there is no place for fear. It's the opposite. And so I think what's happening as a country, we're having a bit of an identity crisis. It's incumbent on those of us that are aware, that are willing to spread that message of like, this is who we are. Go back to what Founding Fathers said we are. We are a nation of the people. That's what sets us apart. That's what makes us a great nation in all of the world. And so I think what we're seeing through the help of the church and the evangelical movement and citizen leaders, we're seeing that rumbling. And I think the left knows it's coming. Because I don't think having a red wave is not going to be enough. Having a red wave of conservatives, true conservatives, that's what it's going to take. And I think you're going to see tons of those people that they are Christians, they are believers, because that's that anchor. I mean, that's that thing that says, hey, I'll say yes to something bigger than myself because it's not about me.
Well, and you look at the rhinos, and that's the move. You look at California moving towards the whole LGBT, transgenderism, all of this stuff.
Abolishing parenthood.
All of this. And it's rather than becoming more conservative, back to the roots that we were based on. They're pushing God out, and they're thinking that's the way to win, become Democrat light, when the people are saying, we want light. We want God's light.
We want diesel. Like, we want the full thing.
And this is one of those things, too. I don't even blame Democrats for the situation we're in. It's the Republican that stabbed us in the back. At least a Democrat will stab you in the front. It's the Republican rhinos that will stab you in the back.
Will you?
That is, guys, this is why it's so important that it's not just the R. You don't just vote down ticket. You don't just vote the lesser of two evils. It's time that we get good men and women in office.
That's right. Just say, you know what, I don't care what happens to me because the cause is bigger, it's better, and I'll do it. And you're seeing these brave men and women all over the country. That's what's going to surprise them. Is it's not just going to be because Joe Biden and his administration, whoever's actually running the country, has been so devastating. He's given us a platform as Republicans. It's even better than that. It's actually conservatives.
Right.
It's going to be awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Mallory Staples, where can people get more information about you?
StaplesForCongress.com and follow me on social media.
Thank you so much, guys. Stay tuned. Much more. We're out here in McAllen, Texas, exposing what's happening on the border. The reality of that. It's time to get good men and women elected to office. If you're out there, you're not involved, you're part of the problem, it's time to get involved.